A busy offseason for the Golden State Warriors appears to be nearing its end. Following the hype of potentially trading for an all-star, such as Damian Lillard or Brad Beal, the Warriors actually chose to hold off on that, at least for now, and attempt to vault back into title contention through internal improvement, signing some key free agents, and adding young draft picks with loads of potential. Basically, this is a team that has completely reloaded and will look way different in the 2021-2022 NBA season. And to be honest, the season cannot come soon enough. So in today's video, I'm breaking down the key moves the Warriors made, and I'm telling you how they'll stack up against the rest of the NBA. Guys, thanks for tuning in to today's video. My name is Troy. This is the Half Court Report YouTube channel. Drop a like on this vid to show your support and subscribe if you're new for some of the best content that you're going to find on YouTube. Okay, let's get into it. And I have heard some fans say that they're a little disappointed with the Warriors offseason. I guess for them, if the Warriors aren't trading for a future Hall of Famer, then it's an epic fail. But I disagree. Let's start off by talking about the Warriors draft. And, in my opinion, it was a good one. The team kept their 2 lottery picks and selected young players in Jonathan Kuminga and Moses Moody. In free agency, they said no thanks to players like Brad Wanamaker and Kent Bazemore. Instead, they added experienced contributors in Otto Porter Jr., Nemanja Bjelica, and they brought back Andre Iguodala. All these players should be helpful, and they fit the Warriors system like a glove. So all this is a big deal because the Warriors didn't miss the playoffs last year because of a lack of star power. They missed it because of a lack of depth. They addressed that in free agency while also drafting 2 players with the potential to help the Dubs remain competitive for years, long after Steph, Klay, and Draymond have retired. Each of the additions fits an area of need for the team and will help round out Coach Steve Kerr's nightly rotation. Let's look at the rookies first. Jonathan Kuminga. He's a 6'8" forward with a strong frame that is going to be able to play multiple positions for Golden State. Just check out those stats from his 1 year in the G League. Pretty good. His driving and shot creation ability will be helpful at times, and the Warriors can simplify his role early on by tasking him with making spot-up three-pointers, setting screens, and playing hard defense. Remember, this time last year, Jonathan Kuminga was talked about as a potential number 1 pick. So for the Warriors to get him at the 7 spot was tremendous value. I've got Moses Moody's stats here from his year in college as well. He's a smart defender, and with his 7'1" wingspan, should be able to step in right away and contribute defensively and on the offensive end by making open three-pointers. However, both Kuminga and Moody will be just 19 years old when the season begins. As the Warriors learned last year with James Wiseman, it's a big mistake to rely on rookies to play meaningful roles for a full 82 games. So if the Warriors are going to make noise this season, it will be because of the veterans that have the legit NBA experience. So the front office brought in other options. Both Otto Porter Jr. and Nemanja Bjelica can space the floor and take pressure off of Curry, Klay, and the rest. Porter made 44% of his catch-and-shoot three-point attempts over the last 5 seasons. Bjelica is a career 39% three-point shooter. He's also 6'10", so Golden State has finally found their floor spacer in the front court. If these guys can stay healthy, they will bring much-needed flexibility to Golden State's roster. Then let's not forget Andre Iguodala, familiar face who re-signed with the Warriors. You guys remember him as the type of player who brought it game in and game out during the Warriors' recent title runs. Iggy's presence on the floor and in the locker room cannot be understated. I think this is one of the most versatile lineups the Warriors have ever had. Just check out how deep this team is. Lineups of Porter and Bjelica next to Curry, Klay, and Draymond will offer size and spacing. Andrew Wiggins, Juan Toscano-Anderson, and Iguodala can be plugged in for defense, a dose of ball handling, and in Wiggins' case, a scoring outburst on any given night. Then there's Jordan Poole. He can be inserted in for a scoring punch. They can go small, they can go big. And Draymond is going to play plenty next to centers James Wiseman and Kevon Looney. So what's the Warriors' outlook this season? It could be argued that Golden State's top three can stack up with what Brooklyn or the Lakers can trot out on the floor each night. And I think the Warriors should be a playoff team, and with no clear favorite in the Western Conference, there's an opening for this team to make a big run for the title. But this offseason had just as much to do with the future as it did the present. With players like Wiseman, Poole, Kuminga, and Moody, the Warriors still have the opportunity to trade for a big star down the road. The best case for the Warriors is that these young players can contribute right away, and in time, at least one, maybe two, blossoms into a guy who can carry the torch for another 10 years. Curry, Draymond, and Klay are all getting older, and with Curry's recent extension that he signed, he's going to need lots of help as he ages throughout the rest of his career. All of this would keep the Warriors in the playoff mix for years to come. Guys, tell me in the comments who you are most excited about this season for the Golden State Warriors. For me, it's a couple things. I think Otto Porter Jr. can revitalize his career as a member of the Warriors. With all the open looks that he's sure to get, could he make a run for most improved player? I think that's a possibility. Then Jonathan Kuminga could be the next Paul George, or he could be the next Stanley Johnson, but he's one of the youngest players in the NBA and has one of the highest ceilings in the league. His rookie season is going to be really fun to follow. I'm excited about it. So yeah, let me know in the comments what you think will be the top story from this Warriors team. Be sure to drop a like on today's video, subscribe if you're new for fresh NBA content all the time. Check out the boxes on the screen for more awesome NBA videos. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll catch you next time on the Half Court Report.